Let's go on now to the back page of today's podcast. And Matt, let's see what you've gathered for us here to talk about on today's back page.
Well, I'll make you mad again.
Thanks. NBA. I appreciate that coming off Easter, brother.
Yeah, it's NBA again. Cooper Flagg had himself a weekend, man. My goodness, 96 points in 2 games. I don't know if you saw this, the latest Rookie of the Year odds. He's now flipped to the favorite over Con Knippel from Charlotte, his former Duke teammate. Gosh, I don't know. It was and this is a whole kind of all tied in together. I bear no ill will, nor should we, toward Luka Dončić at all. It was not a trade he wanted. I hate what happened to him. Not because I'm a Laker fan. I just like Luka. I hate seeing that. You want to go into playoffs with the best players all playing. I mean, that's what you want as a fan. And I read that he's going over to Europe to seek care there and hoping to be ready as early as he can for the playoffs. It's just weird to me. Like it's one of these deals where I'm like, okay, I know Nico damaged the Mavs, but did he also damage Luka? And how freaky is it that the game that Luka first misses with this injury is a return trip to Dallas. And then, Cooper Flagg does what he does. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Dallas because Cooper Flagg's really, really good. I think he's everything you could have hoped he was going to be, which gives me hope moving forward. But I also know they made the worst trade in the history of the NBA. So I just don't know where I land on him.
I think I've reached the point as a Mavs fan that I do like the direction they're heading in. I hate the fact that they had to tank to get to this point. But you can never get over that trade. And I never will, and most Maverick fans never will, despite what Jason Kidd would like you to do. There's getting over something, and then there's moving on. I think for the most part, we've all moved on without getting over it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
We have to move on. I mean, it is what it is. He's not coming back. And I don't know. Well, let me rephrase that. I would love to have Luka back and still have Cooper Flagg, which would never happen. I saw that Luka injury, and I hate it. I hate it for him. He's got a lot going on in his life right now.
Really does.
And not being a Laker fan, it's easy to say this, but this may be the best thing for him personally, is to just kind of get away from the game for a while, catch his breath, get healthy, kind of work through some things going on in his personal life with his family, and maybe he'll be a better person because of it, because he's gotten this time off. Now, it's going to suck for the Lakers because they also lost Austin Reeves. And they're back now to leaning on basically their fortunes are tied to 41-year-old LeBron James, which, I mean, I guess there's a lot worse situations you could have to be able to say, well, we're leaning on a Hall of Famer and maybe, one of the top 2 players, certainly of all time. And he showed it last night in that game. I mean, he's still got a lot left in the tank, Matt. I mean, I'm not as big a LeBron fan as you are, but there's no denying the fact at 41 years old, he can still play ball. I mean, he may not be the top player in the NBA anymore, but I would certainly say he's, top 7 or 8 for sure, even at that age. So I don't know. That's going to be a weird deal because they're going to make the playoffs, and they may or may not have Luka and or Austin Reeves. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, how far is LeBron going to be able to take them, right?
Yeah. And it's on the flip side, my other thing of note, I don't know if you saw any of this because it was streaming on Amazon, but Saturday afternoon before the men's Final Four started, I watched the bulk of San Antonio and Denver, Victor Wembanyama versus Nikola Jokic. David, it is one of the best basketball games I have seen in a long time. And let me tell you what Jokic did, because Wemby was great. The Spurs look good. They look so good. But Jokic, I mean, I played a fair amount of basketball. I'm 6'2". I've gone against some guys that were like 6'8", 6'9". I don't know what to do with them. I play inside. I can't, I'm all about positioning. I'm not a flashy ball handler. I can knock down a shot if you set me up. But like I play inside. Well, that negates my game, right? When you 6'8", 6'9". Well, that's what Jokic was going against. A guy 6 or 7 inches taller than him. He was hitting degree of difficulty shots. I don't even know how he was getting the ball over Wemby's giant outstretched arm and wills his team to a victory over San Antonio. And right now it's trending to where Denver and San Antonio would meet in the second round. Woo, sign me up for that. I tell you, that game was phenomenal. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about the NBA playoffs, of course, because mine right now is we're just trying to get draft position.
Sure.
That's obvious.
Sure.
But, man, what Cooper did the last 2 games in particular may have sealed his rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 96 points in 2 games for a kid who wasn't supposed to be able to be that kind of a scorer, right? I mean, you kind of knew you were going to get the pretty good all-around player, but you weren't expecting to get this from Cooper Flagg in terms of his scoring ability.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the future for Dallas. It doesn't include the playoffs, unfortunately, right now, but maybe if we can add a guy like your guy from Arkansas, Darius Acuff, or if we even get lucky again, right, and maybe land a Debanza or someone like that. I mean, we're really off and running, man. We really are off and running with Kyrie coming back, and of course, hopefully Derek Lively can put together a season where he can at least stay on the court. So. Anyway, good stuff there with some NBA news.